This is News Talk 1310, WIBA. Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin is on the air. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Oak Park Place, Wild Rock Golf Club, Zimbrick European. Also, University Ridge Golf Course, Ridge Top Exteriors, Wisconsin.Golf, Cleary Building Corp, and Nevada Bobs. Now from the new home of TPC Wisconsin in Madison, here are the hosts of Talking Golf. Member of the Wisconsin.Golf Hall of Fame, the legendary Dennis Tiziani. Longtime Madison sportscaster Paul Braun. And Wisconsin sports veteran and statewide radio host Mike Heller.
And we're off to a roaring start.
Yeah, we are. How about that for a welcome?
Golf. Along with Dave McCann, our engineer, Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Brown, and as that introduction was being done, Tiz is giving Mike and I the thumbs
Double
down.
thumbs down. Well, you should have seen what I was under the table here. I was giving him a different salute.
I know it.
Hey, he went out and played a couple of holes. He eagled 11, Mike did today.
Come on.
Well, I told you it doesn't count.
He hit an eagle on 11?
He did.
Oh, he made an eagle on 11. Well, I believe that. He's not so bad.
Yeah, he's a good
He's
player.
right-handed. That's a good thing.
Right-handed. It's a first start right there.
That's right.
Well, I tell you what, you talk about TPC Wisconsin, it's officially open as of this past Tuesday, and Dennis is the owner. Your thoughts after the day?
Well, we were really I didn't really think it would look this good,
Yeah.
When we first started out, I said, oh, the 2 years of this stuff. But it's wonderful. On a scale of 1 to 10, probably an 8 right now. We were out, I was out with the designer here just an hour or so ago, and he was taken back by it too, that it would look that good this way. There are some rough spots where water ran off to the drains. I can see that. But, not a lot of changes. There's 2 or 3 traps we want to figure out, get some boundary traps, and there's a tee on 12. Maybe would give us a less of a forced carry. But other than that, it's really fabulous.
Mike and I have a recommendation for you.
I don't want to hear
No, he doesn't want to.
It won't cost you the money like if you get it from Steve. We want you to widen the fairways a little bit so our tee ball doesn't wind up in
just
trouble.
move up to the forward tees,
Yeah. Hit 6 on.
You guys got to get the ball in the air. You got to quit bowling. This is a golf course, and you're rolling the ball down. Get it in the air.
Well, I'll tell you this, the feedback that I got playing with a couple of, with a guest and then another member who hadn't been out here yet this year on Saturday was just fabulous. I mean, and I've heard nothing but that from those who have played it. Now, one of the characteristics of Cherokee that carries over to TPC Wisconsin is that if you miss fairways, you're going to be in some trouble, and trouble that you're going to have to hit your third shot from because the ball goes into the waterways, and that makes you a better golfer over time because you have to be smarter as to what you're doing on the tee.
It is, the way they position the tees, are the bunkers. They're staggered, so it's short and makes the fairway wider over here, and you got to hit it along, and it's narrow. Narrow in each case.
I
So
found that out, didn't you, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but after you play it a little bit, you'll get it. But you need to pick the right tees. Get where you can play from 140 yards in. Then it's fun. But if you're going to be thinking you're going to hit long irons or woods into these greens, it's not going to work.
That is right.
What was the general reaction, Dennis, that you got? I know you were talking to people driving around the course, meeting the foursomes and that kind of thing.
They loved it, and people coming close to me and whispering in my ear how it is. I had one lady said that, the lowest score I ever shot was 55, and I shot a wow. Which was really good because it was 6,000 yards. The long holes there's 2, and I don't know, Duke, I haven't.
Well, my wife.
Good comments. It's in the
Ryder Cup.
Yeah, they're in the 28.
200
service.
Matt, the Grand Open today when we was the buddy.
I was amazed. Balls out into the
Yeah.
It did. So that I have for golfers down to the highest of play. A lot of
From your perspective, it went very well. I thought I wouldn't say that if I didn't feel that way. You did not have in the past.
We do. My staff has just to accommodate that customer service that we plan on giving, and job. I got to compliment them all. They did. They that day. So.
Talk about the service.
During on Thursday, we'll be having a bag drop available for them. So when they come in, they can just drop their clubs off, and we'll take them over and put them on the carts for them and get them all ready to go. For the members' perspective, if you're having troubles with your handicap, you can just drop off your card. We'll take care of posting all your scores for you and doing those little things that you need, and just kind of giving that personal touch.
And part of it is also the training center, which you're involved with, along with the other guys over there. Kind of describe what that's going to be, what it is now, and what it's eventually going to be, because it sounds like it's going to be one of the premier training centers in the Midwest.
It is. The new building that will go up, I believe they've been going between 4 or 5 bays. So we'll end up having either 4 or 5 bays that are 15 feet wide, that have the current technology in several of the bays, so that we're able to do fitting and teaching with some of the highest technology that there is. So should be quite a facility.
And from your perspective, you've been in the business how long?
34 years now.
34 years and that type of thing. But I would imagine being at a TPC course, there are different responsibilities and different things that you've got to deal with, right?
Oh, there is. There is definitely things that I come into work every day, and there's something new that I have to deal with that I never would have thought that I would have dealt with in my entire life. And it's a lot of good things that I deal with, some other hassles that I deal with, but they're just part of opening up a new golf course.
What advice would you give people about the thought process of in terms of if they were thinking about becoming a member here? What would your selling point to them be on that?
Well, the golf course that we have out there now is unlike any golf course, definitely in Dane County. There's not too many of them like this in the state. And if you want to play and challenge yourself with one of the finest golf courses around, this is going to be the place you want to be. If you want to have that feeling of kind of coming into a place where you're walking into your second home, this is going to be the place that you're that you're going to want to be. We want you to feel comfortable when you walk in and feel like you are walking into your second home and that home away from home feeling. So.
And you're also going to get a lot of people playing here. For an example, you're just mentioning, you don't have to mention the names, but already there's calls coming in from other parts of the country or people who want to come in here and play.
There is. That's one of the things I never thought I would be dealing with. Without saying any names, I've actually had the pleasure of talking to 4 NHL players. We were supposed to have a NFL player to come today, but had some had reasons he had to cancel. And I've actually had 2 musical stars call my phone, so it's been quite a first week. So,
and it is going to be a very good experience overall, isn't it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yep. It is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun to be a part of it.
And it's nice working with you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know the challenge ahead and is going to be a big one, isn't it? But you'll enjoy it.
Oh yes. Yep. Having a lot of fun along the way. So enjoying the ride.
That's Matt Kennedy, the head professional here at TPC Wisconsin. Time out. You're listening to Talking Golf.
Family Insurance.
I'm Sean Clary. I'd like to take a quick 30 seconds.
Sounds centered around an active lifestyle.
Wisconsin is only at TPC Golf, probably the top news source for golf in the state of Wisconsin. And Gary, welcome. You were out here last Friday. I saw you buzzing around with Tiz. And you guys all over the golf course and flying by and that kind of thing. Tell us about your experiences spending some time with Tiz so you could write that article.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind tour. Got to see the course and the clubhouse. Really, really impressed with the golf course. I think it's in phenomenal shape already. You know, a couple holes that were seeded late, you know, need a little time to grow in yet, but otherwise it's ready and really good. I love the sight lines. I love the fact that you can stand on almost every tee and see the entire golf course turning around in a circle. You know, you can see for a mile out there. And I know Tiz is really excited about the academy and the practice facility that's going to be built next year. So, yeah, I really appreciated the tour, and now the next step is getting to play the course. So I can't wait till I get that invite.
Yeah, no, you're going to wait for that.
Oh yeah, I'll have you out, Gary. We'll get that.
Yeah, I was
we'll
just
get that
thinking
taken care
thing.
of.
You guys are going to need somebody to take you out there.
If Tiz doesn't invite you, we will. We'll get you here.
Gary,
Right.
let me ask you a question. You've covered over the last few years a number of new course openings. That is, there's been no shortage of new golf courses and great golf courses. What differentiated what you saw here from some of the others that you have written on?
Well, you know, it's really interesting because, you know, I was trying to get Dennis to describe the course, and it's really hard to characterize it because it's got links characteristics, you know, firm and fast, with the fairways that are going to bounce, and, you know, you can bounce and run up balls on a lot of the greens, and the fescue on the sides. But then it's got, you know, some characteristics of maybe like a Florida type course because of the, you know, the wetlands and the marsh and the ponds. There's a lot of water features on the golf course. It's going to be windy out there, I think, a lot of days, and I just think it's really unique that way. It kind of has elements a little bit of maybe like the Washington County or Erin Hills. Some of the green complexes, I thought, and I mentioned this to Dennis, you could definitely see Steve Stricker's input on the green complexes, and a lot of them reminded me of TPC Deer Run, where Steve has had a little bit of success. So I think you saw some of that out there, and you know, it's just it's a little different than most of the courses I think that have gone up, especially in recent years.
Gary, how straight do you hit your tee shot?
I am very straight but very short, so I have to play the proper tee.
Well, we've kind of been hitting on that, playing the right tees out here. Let me jump into circle back on TPC here in a couple of minutes. Let me ask you about the Ryder Cup selections. You're the president of the National Golf Writers Association of America, and there are going to be some interesting questions that will be played out over the next about 18 days, 19 days until they make selections on the 28th of August. What do you think will be most compelling, and does that include a guy by the name of Bryson DeChambeau?
Yeah, it certainly does. Justin Thomas is another name. There's a couple of those guys who have been stalwarts and actually were heroes back just a couple years ago with Steve captaining that team at Whistling Straits. And, you know, so much has happened. We've talked about it at length with Liv and everything. It's going to be really interesting to see who Zach Johnson, you know, uses his captain's picks on. Now, I was with him in Rome a year ago, and we were talking about Liv, and he was absolutely adamant at the time that he didn't come out and say it, but you could read between the lines he was not going to put a Liv player on that team. Well, so much has changed between then and now, and I think he's probably done an about-face on some of those things, but there are, I see definitely a couple of Liv players being in that team. I think, you know, Brooks Koepka is probably going to be on the team. I don't know about Dustin Johnson, who was 5-0 just a couple of years ago, but there's going to be some really interesting picks when you get past those 6 automatic qualifiers.
And the 6 automatic qualifiers are Scheffler, Clark, Brian Harmon, Brooks Koepka, Schauffele, and Cantley. Those are the guys that are in. Other names are Max Homa. You got Cameron Young. You got Jordan Spieth. Yep. Keegan Bradley, Morikawa, and Ricky Fowler, in addition to Justin Thomas. Tiz, who would you pick in that group if you had, let's say it got down to the final 2, and that being Fowler and Thomas, or somebody like that?
Well, Thomas probably a little stronger than Fowler, although Fowler's had a good run.
Yeah.
But, he's just too serious. What I'm seeing, he got to give himself some slack. But he's been successful, in doing it. But the other boy, Thomas, is a good player. But he's making some changes in his swing.
For the good or the bad?
Well, for the good, because, he's a little bit upside down on something. There's a little bit of a reason why some of these guys, Jordan Spieth, making some changes that they've got to do to get better. I mean, Steve Stricker did it. I mean, there's, you just got to make those improvements as you go on. And if you don't have something to work on, you're going to get bored and not play well. So, the business of them adding, not necessarily changing, but adding to their deal. In the end, they'll always go back to the way they were. They'll go back to that in the end. When the heat gets on and the pressure gets on, they'll go back to that natural ability. But right now, some of them need, just like buying a new car and all that other sort of stuff. They're changing. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of time. But they'll make a circle, and we know about that. They started here, and they go all the way around. It's very difficult to get someplace if you don't know where you're at.
That's good. That's good life advice, right?
Yeah, you better know where you're at so you can go around and be able to come back. But some of these people get so far in the mud they can't get out. Some people they've got good instructors in the background that sit back there and they let these people travel all over. And when they dump in the mud, then this guy pulls them out. So, but you got to get it so that in their case, that it's their golf swing. I mean, we went through this. Where, that's Steve's golf swing. And that's Izzy's golf swing now. And that's Bobby's golf swing now. But fundamentals, the stuff, a circle straight or around and a line is straight. We can't argue that.
That's true.
And this is what this is about in this business of golf. So how that deviates and what they do in order for them, based on their flexibility, based on their strength, based on their ability head-wise, you have to be either really smart or really dumb to play this game good.
No wonder we struggle.
You guys are in between, so you got to be really smart or really dumb.
Gary, let me ask you a question on the tour. One of the live impacts, one of this merger impacts, including no cuts on a number of tour events as early as next year. Walk us through that.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a number of events that have no cuts, and 70 and 80 player fields. I'm torn about it. I understand, like any sport, when you talk about the NFL or Major League Baseball or the NBA, the major sports are built around the superstars, right? Braun James in basketball and Steph Curry and et cetera. You go down the line, Aaron Rodgers in football, as much as Packer fans might not appreciate that right now. But and golf has been different. Golf has been such a meritocracy, and guys pulling them up by their bootstraps and replacing the guys on the top, and it's been a circular thing, except for maybe like Tiger being on the top for so long. But now you have, the tour is going to be built, it looks like to me, for the top, 30 to 40 to 50 players. And I think it's going to be harder it's going to be possible to break into that group, but I think it's going to be harder. And is that good or bad for the game? Is it good or bad to feature, the very best and to make the rank and file guy less of priority?
Tiz, let me
look at it either way.
Let me jump in, Tiz, and ask you that question. My guess is you're not a big fan of 70 player fields with no cuts.
I'm not a fan of that. The smaller you make this field, you're going to kill the game, because you can look at some of these guys that played really good in Open, unknown players, and people gravitated to that.
Right.
They don't necessarily gravitate to this guy who flies in his airplane and all that other sort of stuff. Big shot deal. And there's another part to this thing. For me, I've been a PGA member now for 52 years or something like this. My dad for 50, my brother for 50. And there's not even a retirement program for this guy where 99% of those people started with this guy who loved the game, who did it. And I see what's happening now is that, and like any business, it's difficult to get top-notch people if you don't provide some sort of benefits.
Yep.
And there's no benefit What's the benefit to being a PGA member other than you love the game? And if I were doing this, instead of, these retirement programs that some of these pros have, 150 million, $1 billion, wouldn't that be something if the guy back at the place that put everybody that's teaching your kids and teaching that program was there? I just think there has to be more. And you're going to get, not that the quality is bad, but I think we can get above the business of a credit card collector, and we would get people in there. It was a day when the head golf professional was the best player at the club.
Yeah.
That's not the case today.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Yeah,
and I think you shovel this thing down, it becomes a closed shop.
Yeah.
And that's what happened for the longest time with the senior tour. Now all of a sudden, oh boy, these guys are getting in. They're getting there, and they're getting bigger. Now here comes the Corn Ferry Tour. Ironically, some of these guys that are on the Corn Ferry Tour, look at the top 15 and 20. These guys came right out of that. Mm-hmm. So shoveling this thing down, I can remember when they first did it, and like I said, it became a closed shop. And guys who were good a long time ago, and now, and some of them are still out there trying to go ahead and make their $1,500 a tournament. They should just step aside and let some people in there that make some sense. I'm selfish. I think of Mario now, right? He's out there qualified. He's beaten half of these guys every week, right? Yeah. And he's got to qualify and stuff to get in. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on
That's
there?
the meritocracy that is going to go away as they continue to trim this down and have it be invite only.
And here's a bigger part. Now this is I've been around in business long enough to know the guy who controls the money controls the business.
All the time, right?
That's the way it is. Who's controlling the money now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bothers the hell out of me, okay? That we would do business with people that are killing our people. Wait a minute. This isn't right. We've gone far enough. The money is one thing, the sport is another, and I don't think money is going to kill our sport, but I think it can be enhanced more so than it is. This business of getting together, what does that mean? And how are you going to take care of these people who stayed with you and didn't go someplace to chase that $100, that $1 million stuff? And I understand. You measure the size of the pro golfer by how much money he makes. That's the measurement tool. Schwab Cup, it's how much money you make. But there's more to it now. There has to be more to it than what's going on now. I'm not in favor of this thing. And like I said, when we're doing business with people that, are shooting our people over here, now we're going to do business with them.
We're going to have to cut it off there, but
I got him going.
Yeah, you did.
Right, you got it going.
Right, Gary.
And we're going to have to step aside and take a break, and we'll be back with Mike Heller and Travis Becker as they talk about fitting irons. After this time out, this is Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.
A new year, and maybe it's time for new equipment. If yes, Nevada Bob's is the place to go. Jeff and Max are the fittest fitters around, and they can set you up from driver to putter and everything in between. And anything else golf-related, wheel and deal with Joel.
Your game, your store, always at the
doing Bobby
best
here,
price.
The next segment.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're looking for an amazing golf experience, look no further than Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. This stunning championship course offers unforgettable views from elevated tee boxes with greens that roll fast and true. Cut from the natural beauty of the Dells, Wild Rock is truly a sight to behold. Secluded and sheltered from the outside world, Wild Rock is a unique gem that offers challenges for all skill levels. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Do yourself a favor by booking your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Oak Park Place is a proud sponsor of the Golf Effect radio show. While golfers need peace of mind to succeed on the course, Oak Park Place offers seniors and their loved ones peace of mind by providing the right balance of care centered around an active lifestyle. Hi, this is Pat Richter for Oak Park Place. Choose a senior living community with neighbors that become like family. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
This is Gary D'Amato,
senior writer for Killarney Golf Media and Wisconsin.Golf. Visit Wisconsin.Golf for the latest in golf news and feature stories about people, places, and tournaments in our state. And listen to Talking Golf on TPC Wisconsin to hear me spar with Dennis Tiziani. Wisconsin.Golf and Talking Golf on the internet and on your radio dial, the voices of golf in Wisconsin.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob's. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Back with you on Talking Golf from TPC Wisconsin. I'm Mike Heller. Travis Becker is the director of golf at TPC Wisconsin. And let me start here. Congratulations. To be open and run through a full week, fantastic. I know that there's a ton of work that happens behind the scenes that led up to this, but my goodness, how fun is this?
It's been incredible to open on Tuesday and have over 200 starts on our golf course. And we were prepared for it. We've been waiting for a long time to get this thing off and running, and our team all the way around from the grounds crew to the food and beverage to the golf staff, everybody did an amazing job, and everybody's just excited to see people out here playing and hear the feedback of the members. It's been great.
What's the most common feedback so far?
Golf course is awesome.
Yes.
Just what a change from what it was to what it is now is the comments that we're getting are about the green complexes and how firm it is out there, and just the beauty of what it looks like. As far as the playability, awesome. I mean, it's definitely a challenging golf course. You have to be on the right set of tees.
Yes.
Get that tee shot in play, just as we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, and the feedback I've gotten, I played both Saturday and Sunday over the weekend, has been fantastic. And one of them a new member, and the other one with my wife Kari, and we walked 18 holes yesterday, which she had never done. So she did that out here, and she raved about it. It's fantastic. Anyway, all right, let's talk about junior golf, because you've got a big week here where the junior golf program is concerned.
We do. Tomorrow is our TPC Tuesday Junior Championship. It's our year end. We started this program in mid-June, and we go on for 7 weeks straight through, and each week they learn a different fundamental of the game, whether it's putting, chipping, pitching, full swing. In this final week, it's about playing. It's about getting on the new golf course and seeing what they can shoot for a score. And then we conclude with a pool party. We invite the families out for lunch and prizes and awards. So really looking forward to tomorrow.
I would think that one of the always challenges in the golf world and for an instructor is to make the game fun at the youth level, because the game can be a grind. And I love the game and I have fun at it, but it's hard sometimes to get kids to have fun on the golf course and fun learning the game. Is that one of the big hurdles to work through in instruction with juniors?
Yes, we have. This program is really designed, one, to be safe, so we don't have any kids lose a tooth. But two, it's about having fun and wanting to go to the golf course with mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, whoever it is. So we do a lot of gaming is involved, a lot of fun competitions. We had them play a baseball game with Snag Golf. It's a large club head. They hit tennis balls. You played just like a normal game of baseball. So we do all different fun things each week.
I saw that video out on the baseball game last week on Instagram. Then let me ask you about the two tangents that junior golf takes. One, there's a great life lessons in this game, right, that you can take to the street, to the school, to life as you grow older. That's part one. Part two to that is that when you give kids the basic skills on a golf course, it'll stay with them for a lifelong endeavor in this game to play recreationally. And then there's a whole other tangent that goes to the players that want to, from a junior level, they show the talents and the desire to play at the competitive level. Where does that divergence happen, and how do you make sure that you handle both?
Sure. We have, again, we see the spectrum of all golfers. Some are in it because mom and dad want them to be there, so we got to make it fun for them. Then there's the other ones that they eat, drink, and sleep golf. And we have 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds that are like that. So we have another program called the PGA Junior League, which is the next stepping stone where we're starting to get fun, but it's competitive. So you play in a team atmosphere, and this week we actually have our all-star qualifier. So we take the Madison North clubs, and TPC Wisconsin was fortunate enough to win the league this year.
Yeah.
So we'll have 3 players from our team representing this 8-person team, and then they go take on other teams from around the state, from Milwaukee, La Crosse, Green Bay.
Yeah.
It's all over, and if you win that, then you advance to U Ridge to play in the state championship match.
That's pretty cool stuff. I'm going to give one more that's not junior golf related before we roll on for the rest of tonight's show, and that is, so I played golf, as I mentioned, walked with my wife Kari yesterday, played 18 holes. And when I play with Kari or other players of her, she wants to play a little bit, but she don't want to spend a whole lot of time at it. She doesn't have the desire to go practice. But what I told her is, I said, get a hold of Travis and get a set of lessons. Not because you want to be great at the game, but because that lesson set can make the very pedestrian golfer enjoy the game more. Is that a fair way to look at it? Because they can get some fundamentals from you or your staff that will help take them from, oh, it's kind of a chore, I just want to play in a scramble, and maybe I won't play the rest of this hole, into going, hey, I'd like to play.
Yep. Yes, my job as a PGA golf professional is to grow the game of golf. And if you get a golfer that's frustrated while they're out on the golf course, they're probably going to take up a different hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can get in there to show them 1 or 2 things that may be as simple as a grip change or a posture or a ball position, and they start making better contact and they enjoy it more, they're going to want to play more, practice more. It waterfalls into a lot of good things.
Travis, always really good stuff. Appreciate it. Congratulations again, and we'll look forward to our visit next week.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, we continue in a couple of minutes. This is Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance, because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
TPC Wisconsin houses a world-class golf instruction, coaching, and club fitting experience. Golfers have year-round access to our award-winning coaches and club fitters, state-of-the-art technologies, and PGA Tour quality facilities.
Bobby is ready.
If you'd like to learn more about junior and women's golf, private instruction, group coaching, or business clinics, please contact Travis Becker at tbecker@tpcwisconsin.com. Learn from the best. Get better only at TPC Wisconsin.
When you're looking for an amazing golf experience, look no further than Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. This stunning championship course offers unforgettable views from elevated tee boxes with greens that roll fast and true. Cut from the natural beauty of the Dells, Wild Rock is truly a sight to behold. Secluded and sheltered from the outside world, Wild Rock is a unique gem that offers challenges for all skill levels. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Do yourself a favor by booking your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. That's wildrockgolf.com.
When it comes to golf, being the best takes years of hard work, focus, and love of the game. It's no different for Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 20 years, transferring our neighbors' homes with new roofs, siding, and windows has been par for the course, and we've mastered our craft. For a free estimate, go to ridgetopexteriors.com. Affordable roofing, siding, and windows, plus award-winning customer service. Get your estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com and let them know Ridgetop Larry sent you.
Ugh. Jim, what are you hitting?
Titleist 4.
Well, I got a top flight and a Callaway, but no Titleist.
Dude, I've already lost 3.
Maybe you should work on your swing.
I don't want to hear it.
Are you tired of duffing your drive? Then Clary Building has the answer for you. Hi, I'm Sean Cleary. Whether you are building something for your business or storage for your toys, we can always add a little indoor driving range. Let us keep you in the fairway. Visit ClearyBuilding.com today.
This is Gary D'Amato, senior writer for Killarney Golf Media and Wisconsin.Golf. Visit Wisconsin.Golf for the latest in golf news and feature stories about people, places, and tournaments in our state. And listen to Talking Golf on TPC Wisconsin to hear me spar with Dennis Tiziani. Wisconsin.Golf and Talking Golf on the internet and on your radio dial, the voices of golf in Wisconsin.
And we're back on Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin, along with Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Braun, and somewhere out on the highway heading for another tournament this weekend on the Epson Tour is Bobbi Stricker. And Bobbi, we appreciate you checking in. Let's talk about your impressions of TPC Wisconsin. You played it. How would you describe this new golf course?
It is amazing, first of all. I got to play my first full round yesterday. It's challenging. It's really challenging. Cherokee before was challenging, I would say, but this is just hard in a different way. You got to be precise everywhere, honestly, off the tee and then into the greens. There's some spots around the greens that you just don't want to be, and you have to know that. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it looks like, you know, as it continues to grow and be more mature. But it's awesome. I'm just so happy it's open.
What advice would you give to ladies that are going to play the golf tour? Or I mean, not the tour, but the golf course, from a perspective that you saw it from? What could potentially help them?
Yeah, I think it's really crucial, like the tees that you pick. Making sure that you're at the correct distance when you start, you know, can really help those. Really, the shots into the green, like the distance that you're getting into the greens, I think is important. I played it maybe on the shorter side myself, and it was. I mean, I haven't played it back, so I can't really compare. But like I said, it was challenging, which it should be, but it also should be playable. And I think with the amount of tees that the TPC has, that was the intention, and just making sure that you're picking the right one before you start.
Bobbi, one thing that we haven't discussed in some of your previous appearances on the show and that type of thing is, do you have a specific conditioning that you do in terms of what helps you with golf? Briefly, if you do, what is that routine that you go through in terms of conditioning?
Yeah, it's different when I'm in playing mode. Like this summer looks different than the winter time, but in the wintertime, I'm lifting 3 days a week and really focusing on like core, glutes, my legs, and then making sure also that I'm doing movements that keep me flexible. That's super important. And then when I'm on the road, it's a lot of making sure I'm in like conditioning shape because I'm walking a lot. So making sure I'm in shape that way. If I come home and have an off week, I'm doing usually like cardio and light things. I'm not lifting heavy like I do in the wintertime. And then a lot of stretching, making sure I'm stretching and recovering when I'm done with my tournament.
We're talking with Bobbi Stricker joining us on Talking Golf. So last weekend on the Epson Tour, you missed the cut by a stroke. Your dad went with you, so Steve went with you. How does that work when Dad's with you at a tournament? What things can he give to you and help you with? Walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah. He is really good with like the prep work beforehand, which is always super like cool and special to me to be involved in like that process that he does, because I learn a lot. Obviously now I'm on the road, I'm doing this solo this week, so I can take those things that he does, like prepping, like practice round stuff. So looking at the golf course and knowing where I can and can't be, and we get yardage books too, so you know what he's marking in his yardage books. And then during the tournament, yeah, he's obviously very knowledgeable on how holes should be played. And he did a lot of green reading with me, and that was very helpful, but also kind of encouraging because a lot of the stuff that he was seeing, I was seeing too. So just a little confidence booster for me going forward. And then obviously he's my dad, so it's it's nice to have his company out there. I've been a stress ball lately, so it was nice to have him out there. And I got a little stressy when we were out there, and he's a good calming.
Yeah, and I'm curious, and Dennis, you can jump in here if you choose to. The concept of trying to get comfortable for you, Bobbi, because Dennis talks about it.
Yeah.
You've got all the game elements. You can play offense, but the idea of playing at this level and with these people, there's a confidence, a calmness, Dennis, that calm competitiveness that I think the best or better players sometimes or somehow find.
Well, she has all those. She has that potential for all that. Keep in mind, this young lady played tennis in her high school years. So, I used to go watch her play tennis, and when it came down to the end, when it was time to get that point, that's the person that they went to get it. Now, what's really good about this is because I've seen this happen to young players. They're 13, 14, 15 years old. Parents are driving them hard to play. And by the time they get to be 25, they don't want to play no more. Now, I've got this young girl here. She's 25, and she wants to really play. Yeah. Well, now we're hit. So for her future, as you've heard me say, her future is in her future. That's her best thing is coming up. And she'll get she missed a couple of cuts, but, there's no reason for her to do that other than the fact that she didn't maintain what she needed to maintain during those tough times. Yeah. But she's getting it. Yeah. And this is what this is all about. It's a learning process.
Bobbi, good luck in your tournament play this weekend, and thanks for joining us on the show. We appreciate it. We'll be back.
Thank you, guys. You're the best.
Thanks, Bobbi.
On Talking Golf after this time out.
Yeah.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob's. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oak Park Place is a proud sponsor of the Golf Effect Radio Show. While golfers need peace of mind to succeed on the course, Oak Park Place offers seniors and their loved ones peace of mind by providing the right balance of care centered around an active lifestyle. Hi, this is Pat Richter for Oak Park Place. Choose a senior living community with neighbors that become like family. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
It's time to lock in your tee time at University Ridge Golf Course. Now taking reservations up to 90 days in advance for the 2023 golf season. Book at universityridge.com. Proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship, University Ridge is a course for everyone with tees ranging from 5,000 to 7,200 yards. Even if you don't have time to play, stop out and play on the free putting course or pay $20 to hit practice balls for an hour on our grass tee practice range. Play where the Badgers and the pros play in 2023.
Welcome back. We are live at Luke and Anna's garage. Sean, what are we looking at here?
Well, Phil,
Anna has taken over the garage with her candle business and left no room for lawn care storage. It looks like Luke has a 5-iron. No, make that a 4-iron to knock down the weeds around the house.
Great call, Sean. I don't think that 5-iron would have gotten it done.
It's a story as old as time, Phil. You gotta have the right tools for the job, and if you don't have a place to store the tools, then you should probably visit ClearyBuilding.com today.
A new year, and maybe it's time for new equipment. If yes, Nevada Bob's is the place to go. Jeff and Max are the fittest fitters around, and they can set you up from driver to putter and everything in between. And anything else golf-related, wheel and deal with Joel.
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
We're back on Talking Golf, and one quick reminder before we leave you for tonight. The Golf Effect radio show, our Talking Golf, we have approximately 50 passes left where you get an opportunity to play Wild Rock Golf Course in Wisconsin Dells. I talked to Pat Stein today. Their tee times on the weekend are filled until October. But the course is open, obviously, Monday through Thursday. That's when our passes are good. The regular rate up there is $90. You can play it for $60, including the golf car. You do that by going to TPC Wisconsin website, and once you're there, click on the icon of golf, and under that icon of golf, you will see the Golf Effect radio show. You click on that, and page down to the bottom of that page where it lists donations, and under that it says Wild Rock Passes. You click on that, and you can order your passes through that service. $60. You could buy a foursome, buy 2 foursomes. And you pay at PayPal. Then TPC Wisconsin is notified, and we will mail the passes to you. It's a wonderful golf course, $60. You play it. The money comes to the Golf Effect charity. And we're about out of time. I tell you what, Dennis, congratulations on the opening and continued success here.
Well, thank you.
We only got about 30, 40 seconds left.
Well, then, we need... The course is nice.
There we go.
The course is nice. Should come out to play it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic, and we knew this before you opened on the fantastic putting green. Obviously, the learning facility, that center is going to grow in what you're going to do in this off season and into next spring. But the experience of the golf course, that's number one. And the first weekend, you've had 7 days of golf out here, and it's been fantastic.
Really?
Do you think I'll ever break 80 on this course?
Well, for 9.
For Dave McCann, our engineer, I set myself up for that, didn't I?
Walked right into that one.
Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Braun. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back in another week to do an edition of Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.